All right, welcome everybody. We're back on here for the nightcap with the men Wolves out to play this one, folks. I tell you what, we got Bath County in here warming up right now. We're going to have Lucas and Rob ready to rock and roll here in just a minute. Interesting warm up here for Bath County. Got a couple of big youngins out there, so it'll be interesting to see exactly how this game plays out. Rob, it's getting ready to fire this one up. Well, give us a little info, dude.
Yeah, we got about 4 minutes. I'm going to take my mask off for a minute and try to talk. We've got about 4 minutes before the game kicks off, Brendan, and Bath County comes in here out of the
16th region.
16th region, 61st district, and tell you what, they got some height to them, Lucas.
They do. I was going to the restroom there a second ago and walked by a couple of them, and I'm a pretty tall guy. I go about 5'9", and I had to look up at them.
What would you? That's the Twin Towers from Bath County.
Yeah, they had about a good 1.5 foot on me, so they're a tall group of guys.
The Bath County Wildcats and Bart Williams come in here at 5 and 13, based on the KHSAA records that I looked at earlier.
The Wolves went down to Bath and played earlier this year and came away victorious. It was a close game, real competitive game.
Our outstanding cameraman, Darren Back, and myself were talking about that in between the games, about that previous game. I didn't watch that one, but Darren did. He said it was a fine game.
Wolf won 74-65.
Yeah, it was a dandy.
Close.
They played it on a Sunday, last-minute schedule over there, and the Wolves went over, played an excellent basketball game that day. The oldest kid for Bath County put on a show down the stretch, but the Wolves were able to pull that out. Tell you what, folks, I'm going to get on down to the floor here in just a second, but I want to say that interesting thing tonight, Jazz Johnson is 12 points away from 2,000 here, so in the first half, hopefully Jazz will, or at least sometime tonight, Jazz will hit that number 2,000 mark, and we'll great young man, had a great career here at Wolfe County, and it'll be great to see. And on top of that, guys, the food's outside, so I'll have that back up here to you in just a few minutes, but I'll step away. If you want to hit those sponsors real quick, I'll put the sponsors on the screen before I leave.
Great time to talk about sponsors, and with food being outside, Kel's Patriot Pizza right now, you could be eating a great pizza and have it delivered to your door. Call Kel at 668-9016. Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Susan Cable and Thick Kelly. Wolfe County, they've got all your insurance needs covered. Wolfe County Farm Bureau Federation, who have been responsible for giving $4,000 in scholarships in 2020 and over $5,000 to local food banks during the COVID pandemic. Whitaker Bank of Campton, supporting the Wolves in all of Wolfe County. Banks Auto Sales, serving Wolfe County and the area for over 25 years. Get your next car from Raymond and the good people at Banks Auto Sales. Mountain Homes, find the best deal in the mountains on your next home at Mountain Homes in Campton. And Holbrook Implement and Equipment, for all your farm equipment and tractor needs, be sure and see the good people at Holbrook Implement, your local Kubota dealer. Folks, if you have any needs, be sure you get out and see these sponsors and tell them that you heard about them here on this BSN broadcast. As we come to you from Rose Gymnasium here in Campton, Kentucky, for the Wolfe County Wolves matching up against the Bath County Wildcats, and we talked a little bit about the size of Bath County. A couple of tall, under the basket guys, I would suppose. I think they'll be down on the low post, I would think. I'm not a basketball guy, but I could tell you that I'm going to put those two guys under the basket.
Yeah, I think Coach Williams, it looks like we're going to have a presentation of some sort.
I guess so. No, they're going to recognize Miss Creech as their favorite scorekeeper.
There's very few ladies in the state of Kentucky that's watched more basketball than Wanda Faye Creech.
I would have to agree with you.
She's been on the sideline with her son for 20 years and with her husband, who I played for another probably, I would say, 15 years when he coached. And it's a fine lady. She's a fine lady. I treasure every time I get to talk to her.
Fine photographer Brendan Miller trying to get the Wolfe County Wolves together around her for a picture. As we were talking about, Bart Williams comes in here with the Bath County Wildcats. They're averaging about 62 points a game. 70% free throw shooting team, 42% from field goals. Fine-looking team out here in warm-ups, Lucas. I was
they're a lot better than their record.
Yeah, I think so.
I know Coach Williams, and I spoke to him there before the game a little, and they've played a hard schedule. They were hit with COVID for a couple of weeks, like a lot of teams have been. And he said, they've played a lot better in the last couple of weeks.
Good-looking team out here in warm-ups. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick break and go quiet while we do the national anthem here at Rose Gymnasium. We'll be right back. All right, we were back after a great rendition of the national anthem here at Rose Gymnasium. Looking forward to a great game. I want to say, Lucas, I've great privilege to come down here and call these games with you tonight. I've been looking forward to it. Not to take anything away from my tag team partner, Casey Allen, but when a football guy can sit next to a basketball guy and learn from his analysis, it's a great thing. So I appreciate you bearing with me here tonight. It's been a pleasure calling the first game with you. And
you guys do a great job. Like I tell Brendan all the time, it's just a pleasure to be able to, get these kids some well-deserved recognition, especially in, the year that we have, with so many people can't come out and everything. And,
that's kind of where I'm at. I love being able to brag on the student athletes from our region and other regions. And I've been able to witness a lot of good basketball games this season. Special thanks to BSN for letting me cover these games.
My daughter, she's been blessed to hit 2 game-winning shots, and BSN was covering both of them, and I had the privilege to call both of them. That's a memory I'll cherish.
That means a lot. Yep.
Yeah.
Starting lineups as we get started here. Of course, we'll go first with the Wolfe County Wolves.
Jazz Johnson, Wilgus Tosin, Elijah Tosin, Sawyer Thompson, and Skylar Ritchie.
Skylar Ritchie, he's got his work cut out for him under the basket here tonight.
Skylar's got a big challenge ahead of him. Look forward to watching him play tonight against these guys.
We've had a couple of changes from the records that I had for Bath County versus what the book's got listed over there, but I'll go down their starting lineups.
Bath won the flip.
Yeah, number 13 is Caleb Rushing. Number 14 is Jordan Wilson. Number 23 is Zach Otis. Big man under the basket's number 21, Tyler Buchanan. That's what they've got him down. And the only other guy that I didn't get was number 15, and I believe that's Joseph Manley. I hope I'm correct on all those. I did take a picture of their book to make sure that I was correct. Should be a great game here. As we talked about earlier, they played before to about a 10 or 12-point game over at Bath County.
Bath County's able to execute the under OB and get 2 points early. Sawyer Thompson has it over in the corner. Back out to Jazz Johnson. Over to Wilgus Tosin, to Elijah Tosin. Looks like Bath's in a 2-3 zone here to start. A long 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
They're very spread out in the back.
Stretched out. Yep, you're right. Jazz Johnson over to Wilgus Tosin, now inside to Ritchie.
Nice pass there by
real nice pass.
Sawyer Thompson, but we see the length of Buchanan playing out early there.
Sawyer Thompson wanted to go up with it, and Thompson able to alter that shot, kept it from going to the basket. Thompson with it now, or Buchanan, my bad. Thompson able to take that ball away. He's going to the hoop. And there's 2 points for Wilgus Tolson.
Wilgus is obviously one of the quicker players in the region, and he shoots those passing lanes about as good as anybody in the 14.
He saw that pass coming, and he went to it quick.
Bath County's well coached by Bart Williams, and they'll run their stuff, and they'll do a good job. As Buchanan looks to drive against Ritchie, puts a shot up. Nice job there by Ritchie to get the stop.
Nice rebound by Ritchie. He really got up there for that one. Real nice rebound. Wolfe County having a hard time holding on to it. Jazz Johnson got it over in the corner to Thompson now. Thompson across court for 3 by Tolson, no good. Thompson back out to Jazz, puts up a 3, and it's good. 5-2.
There's 3 of the 12 that Jazz needs for his 2000th point on a nice kick out by Sawyer Thompson there.
Jazz Johnson with a nice 3-point basket. Get the Wolves back in the lead, 5-2. That's gonna be Otis going in the lane, and Tolson.
I think he got a jump ball there. I think.
Jump ball, able to tie it up that time. Good defensive effort that time by Elijah Tolson. Thompson going to inbound the ball. He's going to bring it up the court. Thompson over to Lige. Big 3 again. Lige Tolson, no good. Ball fought out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Wildcats of Bath County.
Rob, I guess you've had the pleasure of coaching Elijah and Wilkes' brother in football, probably, haven't you?
Yep, sure have. Yep.
Jason, he's a heck of a young athlete.
He's a great young man, and we love him on the football field. I know that.
Nice pull-up jumper there by Buchanan for Bath.
Top of the key now.
Nice
Tolson
pass
dishes inside to Ritchie. Ritchie goes up. Nice off the backboard shot. 7-4, 5 minutes to go in the first period. Thompson brings the ball up the court. No, Buchanan brings the ball up the court, my bad. That's Otis working with it now. Ball's going to be kicked out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Wolves. He wanted to get that ball over in the corner to Joseph Manley, and
with 3 minutes into this game, I have to say that I'm extremely pleased with how Skylar Ritchie's came out and been aggressive. You know, he's accepted the challenge so far.
He got a beautiful rebound down here a minute ago. Tolson inside to Ritchie.
And that'll be a foul on Buchanan reaching over.
Tolson wanted to get the ball inside to Ritchie, and Buchanan went after it, and they're going to call a foul. That'll be his first. Tolson now inbounds the ball over in the corner to Thompson. Puts up a 3, and it's good. A beautiful shot by Sawyer Thompson. Wolfe County Wolves come out 10-4 early. Otis now with it for Bath County. Going to drive the lane against Tolson. Goes up no good. Rebound down to Lige. Lige Tolson comes up the court. Dishes over in the corner to Wilgus. Wilgus drives the lane. Dishes to Skylar Ritchie. Goes up.
That's a good call there by the official.
Offensive foul going to be called on number 2, Wilgus Tolson. That'll be his first. Buchanan going to inbound the ball for the Bath County Wildcats.
Wolfe played last night against Pikeville, and you see Wilgus has a tape job around his leg there. He dove into the scoreboard and had a nasty cut. It would not stop bleeding last night. They had to take him out 2 or 3 different times. Great hustle play, though. He was diving after a loose ball and just happened to get cut.
Otis got inside with it to Jordan Wilson.
I think that's 2 now on Wilgus. Wilgus has 2 fouls.
Wilson was unable to complete, and they're going to call the second foul on Wilgus Tolson, and he'll go to the bench. Early in the first, 4:02, as Wilgus Tolson going to sit with 2 fouls.
That hurts the Wolves. Andrew Mabb comes in, brings a lot of energy, and it's been great for the Wolves this year. But
you see Buchanan work against Ritchie. That shot's no good. But I tell you what, Ritchie's not backing down. He was right in his face.
Well, and one thing about it, is Buchanan might not be used to playing against guys.
That's true.
That
His
is our
size.
biggest Skyler. Skyler's not a small kid.
No.
He's 6'8", and he's really filled out a lot this year.
As you mentioned, Andrew Mayab was in the game. He passed over to Jazz. Jazz's shot's no good. Otis going to get the ball up the court, and that shot is up and in by Jordan Wilson for the Bath County Wildcats. Thompson brings the ball up the court for the Wildcats. Dish inside. Ball went to
Coach Williams ain't happy with his center there.
Can't be right now.
Yeah.
Ball went to Elijah Tolson, and he just tap passed it into Richie. And Buchanan over the back foul on Richie. Had to be. Nice shot by Jazz Johnson, but it couldn't get it to fall. Otis going to push the ball up the court for Bath County as he goes coast to coast for a layup. Up and in, 3 minutes to go in the first, 10-8. Bath County making a comeback.
Bath really looks to push the ball anytime there's a miss and they get a rebound.
Sawyer Thompson with it. Cross midcourt for the Wolves. Now over to Tolson. Now to Johnson. Johnson going to drive in against Buchanan. Buchanan falls. Johnson went up. Shot was no good. Bath County comes down with it. That's going to be Otis. Zach Otis, number 23, working against Thompson of the Wolves. Gets a pick, wants to go around, doesn't. Back over to Buchanan. Going to drive the lane, puts a shot up over Richie. Richie and Buchanan going after the rebound. Mayab comes up with it. I tell you what, great effort by Richie right now.
Yeah.
He's really going after it in
he's
there against the
battling
big
in
man
there.
from Bath County. There goes Jazz Johnson.
Nice pass there by Jazz, and a great job
Nice
by Skylar
job
Richie
by
to attack
Skylar
his
Richie.
chest.
Yes. Nice pass by Jazz
there.
inside to Richie, and I tell you what, Richie able to complete a nice conversion there. And I tell you what, that's the opposite of what's happening for the big man on the end for Bath County. Is Richie's been right in his face, and I don't think he's altered the shot, but Buchanan knows that Richie's there, and that's what Richie needs to do all night.
And Skyler, he's not going to be an all of a player that's as tall as him. He's played on big-time AAU circuits all over America. He's played against kids his size, and he don't change his game much. He's going to go out there and battle like he always does. So good to see the freshman come out here and leading the Wolves early on here in this first quarter.
Coach Creek's giving Johnson a little pat on the back, maybe to calm him down a little bit.
Anytime you're, near closing in on a milestone, you always kind of feel a little bit of that pressure and everything. And Jazz just needs to let his game take care of itself.
Bath County with it now. Otis working top of the key against Thompson. He's going to drive the lane. Dishes to
Cody Payton into the game and immediately gets a rebound.
Sorrell's shot was no good. Johnson with it over in the corner now. Out to Thompson. Now to Mayab. Mayab going to shoot the three. Looked good, but rimmed out.
Did. Nice offensive
wow,
rebound.
What a great rebound by Mayab as he goes to the basket and puts it in. Nice pass. Basket by Mayab. We got a new gentleman in the game for Bath County. Number 22. Alipov is his last name.
Very few teams can take a 6'10" guy out and put another one in. and Bath County's just did it.
Good point. Now that's true.
I've always heard stories of the Breathitt County team in the 80s that had Fletcher twins and Steve Banks and Mike Chaney. And
Otis was working against Payton that time, and Payton able to come down with it, but now Bath County Wildcats going to slow things down. As Coach Bart Williams calls the instruction from the sideline. Otis with it now, working against Mayab. Otis drives from about the free throw line, dishes back out to Sorrell.
Mayab's doing a really good job of not letting Otis go left.
Yep.
He really likes and he's really talented going to his left. Mayab is overplaying that and forcing him to do something he don't like.
Gets a pick from big number 22, Alipov, goes to the lane, does Otis.
I think that's going to be on
good.
Cody Payton, the foul.
Payton's first, 25 seconds to go in the first period, 14-8. And Zach Otis is going to go to the line. Just really impressed with Richie's play at this point. Like you said, really impressed with the play of Mayabs. He came in the game. As you see Thompson go out and Tolson back in for the Wolves.
Coach Creech, he'll hold for the last one here and wants his point guard back in to facilitate his offense.
Jazz Johnson comes down with a nice rebound. He's going to walk the ball up the court. Less than 20 seconds to go in the first period. 14-8 Wolves.
Bath County's went to a zone here.
Jazz content to let the clock run down. He's going to dish it over in the corner to Tolson. Tolson looks at the clock. 4 seconds to go. 2 seconds now. Peyton from the corner for three. Oh, and it rimmed out. Great shot by Peyton from the corner. Just couldn't get it to fall. 14-8. Wolves get out of the first period with a nice lead. We saw some people get changed up and things get moved around, but I tell you what, a great first quarter of action.
We'll mention our sponsors real quick here for a second. We have Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Wolfe County Farm Bureau Federation, Whitaker Bank of Campton, Kale's Patriot Pizza, who has delivered, and we are eagerly awaiting halftime.
Yes.
Banks Auto Sales, Mountain Homes, and Holbrook Implement and Equipment. Thank all those fine people for making this game possible anytime you get a chance to
Great list of
visit those
sponsors,
people.
Great folks here in Wolfe County bringing this game to the fans that are watching.
14-8 after one, Rob. I'll tell you, it was an exciting quarter of basketball right there.
Well, I tell you what I like about it. I find myself watching and not worrying so much about commentating as I'm watching the action. I tell you what, inside, it's something to see Richie going against Buchanan and the new gentleman that came in the game. I hope I'm saying his name right. Alipov, A-L-I-P-O-V. I hope that's right. Somebody from Bath County may correct me if they're listening in or give us a comment. Coach Bart Williams done a fine job keeping up with Wolfe County in this first period of action, Lucas, as Wolves really got to the basket early, jumped out to a nice lead. Bath County able to cut it down to 6.
Coach Williams, he likes to play fast too. He coached at Pikeville for a long time, and when I helped Coach Creech, we'd play them frequently. And him and Coach Creech are great friends and everything. And Coach Williams does a great job. I think this is his second year over at Bath County, and they've done a great job getting Coach Williams over there.
Robert Scott Creech with a starting 5 back in the game for the Wolves. As that three-point basket by Bath County's number 14, Wilson, was no good. Oh, nice no-look pass by Tolson to Richie, who goes up for 2 points. Nice pass that time by Tolson. Found Richie under the basket for 2. Wilson with it now for Bath County, over to Sorrell. Sorrell back now cross court. Man, that was a dangerous pass.
I thought Thompson was going to go after it.
I did too. I thought it was picked.
Coach Creech, he likes to play position defense when he plays in his zones a lot of times, and don't like to get out of position with many gambles. So
Sorrell with a jump shot from the free throw line, and that's
smooth
good.
stroke there.
Yep, nice shot. 16-10. 6:55 to go in the second. Tolson wanted it inside. Wanted to go to Richie, and the ball was picked off by Sorrell. Sorrell's going to bring the ball up the court for Bath County. Missed the pass and picked up by Jazz Johnson. And is he going to go to the basket with a layup? That's 2 more points towards his total tonight, 18-10. It's kind of a couple of bad possessions there, but Wolfe County able to clean that one up, get 2 points out of that one.
Wolves playing an extremely spread out zone right now and doing a good job of it. Bass going to try to get this ball probably at the free throw line and then look to dump it inside.
Well, you know, the big man inside right now, Alipov's really not got his hand on it as much as Buchanan did when he was in there.
He looks, he don't look quite as sure about himself out there as Buchanan.
Buchanan does, no. Wilson went to the basket with it right then with a strong layup, but it's no good.
That's a shot there. Richie didn't block it, but he affected it, and then he went and got the rebound. Nice pull up there by Sawyer Thompson.
Tolson with a nice pass to Thompson, and Thompson left alone at the free throw line with a nice basket.
Coach Williams, he's not very happy. I think we're going to see wholesale changes there. And, he subbed a couple guys in, and he wasn't very happy with his team's
you could tell by
effort.
you could tell by the way he called that timeout he wasn't happy. 5:40 to go in the second.
Wolves jumped out to a 10-point lead here. You know, they first 2 minutes of this quarter, you know, they came out and were the aggressor. And story of the game so far has to be Skylar Ritchie.
Yeah,
you know, with Bath County, you know, coming in here with 2 kids 6'10" or taller. And, you know, Skylar's went to war down there. He's contested on defense.
Yeah.
Probably got 4 or 5 rebounds by now, and then 6 or 8 points probably already.
He's done a great job defensively as you know, protecting the basket. But I tell you what, offensively, when they found him and got him the ball, he's done a great job getting to the basket and then putting it in the hoop. 20-10, 10-point lead for the Wolves. Robert Scott Creek's got his starters on the bench, giving them some instruction. Coach Bart Williams looks a little bit more adamant in his huddle, Lucas.
Yeah.
He's got the Bath County boys up and back on the court.
And we see Buchanan checking back in, and we're going to see both of the big kids for Bath County come in and play, and that'll be a new wrinkle in their offense, I'm sure.
We've had a couple people want to know how tall these guys are.
I would say 6'10" or taller.
Lucas has done a good description. You know, Lucas and myself are both towering at about 5'8", 5'9", and
I didn't come up to either one of them's shoulder.
These guys are 2 foot taller than us.
Yeah,
so at least,
they're big guys and long. They've got extremely long arms. And, you know, they for 14th Region basketball fans, they both remind me of the Cordia center Omar Kita.
Yeah, you're right.
From a few years ago.
I couldn't think of his name, but I was thinking of his face a minute ago.
And they, to be honest, though, I think Buchanan's a little more skilled. There's a nice move by Jazz Johnson.
I tell you what, Wolfe County is all over the court on offense. I tell you what, nice move to the basket by Jazz that time as he puts 2 more on his total. Manley with it over on the right wing for Bath. Looks inside. Backs back out. Now top of the key to Wilson. Wilson over to Otis. Otis cross court to Manley over in the corner. Now
Bath's going to have to hit a few outside shots.
Yeah,
Wolves are really making them play outside the 3-point line.
Yeah. Buchanan now. Back out top of the key to Manley. He's going to take the 3, and it's no good. Rolls out of bounds.
I think Bath's in the danger zone right here. This next 4 minutes is really important for them. You know, they can't afford to let Wolfe go on a 12-2, 15-2 run.
Well, down 12, Jazz Johnson working inside now to Tolson. Tolson over to Thompson. Thompson back to Tolson. Tolson looks up to the rim to Ritchie, and Alipov going to knock that one down.
That's a pass that gets through a lot of nights, but that's not going to get through tonight.
That's not going to work tonight, no. Buchanan over in the left corner. Now top of the key to Otis. Working against Tolson. Otis now to Wilson, now to Manley. Manley looks inside. Got to get one of these big men working for them inside. They're just kind of standing still right now.
They're just passing it around the perimeter right now. Somebody's got to drive a gap of the zone and try to create something.
Otis puts up a shot, but I think Jazz Johnson got a hand on it. And here comes Tolson down the court. He's going to go. Nope. Backed out. Now he's dishes over to Ritchie. Ritchie spins. Puts up a nice move.
Ritchie right there.
Nice move and a great shot by Skylar Ritchie off the backboard. Another 2 points for Skylar. 24-10. 3:20 to go in the second. Wilson going to drive the lane over the back pass to Otis. Otis drives.
Nice tip there by Wilgus.
Ball knocked loose. Thompson comes up with it. Now Buchanan takes it away for Bath County. Dishes over to Otis, who goes up against Ritchie, and the ball bounces out. No good. Up the court quickly to Jazz, who goes to the hoop for 2 more. Jazz Johnson looked great on that one. So he's trying to get to 2,000 here tonight. He's getting really close.
I think he's 3 away, actually.
Buchanan went up for that shot off the backboard, and it's good. 26-12. Wolves with the lead. Yeah, I tried keeping up with the stat total for the first quarter, and I told you the action in this one's quick. Hard to do it all. Pass off to Ritchie. He gets it to fall with a short jumper. Buchanan not happy with the referee. He let him know it. No call on that one. Nice play by Ritchie under the basket, though. Otis now over to Manley. Manley looked for Alipov, couldn't get him. He's working against Tolson. Inside to Buchanan, goes up against Ritchie. Shot was no good, and Ritchie going to get called for the foul on that one. Buchanan going to go to the line. 4-2. Shot's no good.
Skylar Ritchie goes out of the game to a applause from the bench. That's probably the best half of basketball Skylar's played this year. I mean, he came out and battled, and I mean, he went to war against two big guys.
Really and truthfully, you got to be happy with that foul, though. I mean, he's been playing against some big guys, and for him to only come up with that foul here in the second quarter, I mean, he's played great.
Yeah, and Coach Creech, the foul, he does mind that. You know, he wants him to be aggressive in the lane and try to block shots. A well-deserved breather for him there. I mean, he's went as hard as he could go for 16 minutes or 14 minutes here so far in the half.
Lodge Tolson at the free throw line. Payton came in for Ritchie, and we see Mayab coming in now.
Coach Creech wants to protect Wilgus from getting that third one there.
Wilgus going to sit for a little breather as Lodge Tolson's at the free throw line. Second shot. It's good. Buchanan inbound the ball as the Wolves putting on the pressure up the court to Sorrell. Sorrell gets across midcourt, slows things down. Over to Buchanan. Buchanan working against Mayab right there. Mismatch. He's going to take the three. Big man shoots it. No good. Ball tipped by Payton. And that is Wilson that came up with it for Bath County. Shot was no good. They get it back out of there to Buchanan at the top of the key. Rushing in the ball game now for Bath County.
Coach Williams encouraged Buchanan to get back down in the lane there. After
also
that three.
St. John in the game. Owen St. John for Bath County. Missed the whistle that time.
I think we had a kick ball.
Okay.
We got a sub coming in for Buchanan leaves. Bath County got a lot smaller with that substitution.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. that affected their lineup tremendously. Otis with it now. Otis, St. John, Wilson, Sorrell, and Rushing in the game.
Nice shot right there.
Nice shot by Otis. Otis with another two. 1:10 to go in the second. 29-15, Wolfe County Wolves. Jazz Johnson working against Sorrell. Sorrell able to knock it loose.
Wolves got a little lackadaisical there. I don't think they were ever in their offensive set.
Lodge Tolson went after it, lost it out of bounds. That's going to be Wilson brings it in for Bath County. He's going to drive, working against Thompson. Kicks it back out to St. John. St. John's working against Jazz Johnson. Now back to Wilson. Thompson on him, over cross court to Sorrell. Now to Rushing, now back to Sorrell. Sorrell going to drive, working against Mayab. Now back to Rushing.
Anytime the Wolves have Cody Payton and Andrew Mayab on the floor at the same time, they're going to have great ball pressure. Both those guys pressure the ball
really
immensely, And Cody Payton runs in there and grabs the rebound.
Otis went up for the shot, no good. Payton's going to go coast to coast, puts up a layup, no good. Johnson went after it, and I think they're going to call it out of bounds on him. 16 seconds to go before the half. Wolfe County with a 29-15 lead. Ritchie back in the ball game now as Thompson going to go out.
And Buchanan coming back in for Bath. Coach Williams going to hold for the last one here.
Number 14, Wilson for Bath County, going to bring it up the court. Dribbles between his legs, looks for the pick. Runs into Mayab, stops, puts up a jumper with 2 seconds to go, no good. Ball picked up by Mayab, not able to do anything with it, and that's going to bring us to the half. Coach Robert Scott Creech and his Wolves are going to take a 29-15 lead into the locker room at halftime, and Bart Williams going to take the Bath County Wildcats in and see if they can make some adjustments and work on what's ailing them right now. I'll tell you what, for two big guys under the low post right now, we've not seen as much action as we thought out of them, but I tell you what, that's due in part to the fine young man named Skylar Ritchie right now, Lucas.
Yeah, defensively, that's probably the best half of basketball that the Wolves have played all year. You hold a team like Bath County to 15 points in 2 quarters, that's less than a point a quarter.
Yeah.
And, that's impressive. That's really, really impressive. And then obviously, you got to go back to, Skylar Ritchie. He's came out and really dominated the game. I mean, and that's shocking to say with Bath's size. It ain't shocking that Skylar's succeeding because Skylar's got his motivated. He goes to war, and he's hard to stop.
Well, he's not intimidated by either one of those young
all.
men in there right now, and that says a lot for his maturity at this level. And like you said, he's played against a lot of other big guys, and he's not going to do anything different. But anything that Coach Bart Williams has thrown at Skylar Ritchie under the basket with Buchanan or Alipov has not had any effect on him. He's played real effective for Robert Scott Creech in his first period.
Well, Rob, I'm going to run down our sponsors, and then we'll take about a 5-minute break and thoroughly enjoy one of our sponsors here.
Yes, sir. I agree with you.
We'd like to thank Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Susan Cable, and Fig Kelly. All your insurance needs, Wolfe County, they have you covered. Wolfe County Farm Bureau Federation, they gave over $4,000 in scholarships to high school kids in 2020, over $5,000 to local food banks during COVID. Whitaker Bank of Campton, supporting the Wolves in all of Wolfe County. Kale's Patriot Pizza. Right now, you could be eating a great pizza, and we are getting ready to eat some Kale's Pizza. Thanks, Kale, for delivering there. You can call them at 668-9016. Banks Auto Sales, serving Wolfe County and the surrounding area for over 25 years. Get your next car from Raymond and the good people at Banks. Mountain Homes. Find your best deal in the mountains on your next home at Mountain Homes in Campton. And Holbrook Implement and Equipment. See the good people at Holbrook for your farm equipment and tractor needs. They are a licensed Kubota dealer, among other equipment.
Tell you what, fine list of sponsors. I tell you what, like you said, we're going to enjoy some Kale's Patriot Pizza during a quick break during halftime here, folks. We'll go quiet and let you enjoy the view at Rose Gymnasium as we take a little break here. We had a little bit of break in between games, but we didn't get to enjoy much time off.
I hear you.
We'll be back, folks.
All right, welcome back, folks. I was the hungriest person, I guess. I scarfed my food down faster than anybody, and I'll get us set for the third quarter here. We'd sure like to thank Kel's Patriot Pizza. It was delicious. And anybody out there that is hungry, give Kel a call at 606-668-9016. We got about 30 seconds to go in the halftime here. The Wolfe County Wolves leading 29-15, and they'll have the ball coming out of halftime here. I think Jazz Johnson is 3 points away, if my calculations are correct, from hitting the 2,000-point milestone, great achievement, and everything. So Wolfe County will have it coming out. They're coming back with their starting five of Sawyer Thompson, Wilgus Tosin, Elijah Tosin, Skylar Ritchie, and Jazz Johnson.
Got a great basketball game here, folks. Share that. Let everybody know what you're watching on BSN. Share it. Get it out there.
Looks like Bath County has went to a 1-3-1 defense here to try to slow the Wolves down to start the second half.
Big thanks to Kel's Patriot Pizza for those boneless chicken bites that I just scarfed down. Great food from one of our sponsors. Jazz Johnson working in the lane, gets it over to Thompson, who drives, puts up a nice shot.
Nice move there by Sawyer Thompson.
31-15. Great vision by Jazz to see him, and a great move to the basket for Sawyer Thompson. Wilson working against Tosin. Now dishes over to Rushing. Rushing now to Manley. Manley back to Wilson. Wilson working against Thompson. Over to Otis. Otis going to drive in against Ritchie.
Blocked by Skylar Ritchie.
Buchanan went up for it also, and ball comes down to Tosin. Over in the corner to Thompson. He's feeling it right now.
I'll tell you what,
got the hot hand,
Coach Creech has got a mask over his mouth, but I can tell you one thing. He's smiling because, folks, when Sawyer Thompson starts hitting shots like he's capable of doing and has his whole career, the Wolves are going to be extremely dangerous. Sawyer's had a struggle this year at times hitting shots, but Coach Creech and the rest of the staff and anybody that knows Wolfe County basketball has complete confidence in Sawyer, and he's came out of his shooting slump in the last couple of games here and looks to be on fire here to start the third quarter.
Otis goes up with a nice shot, gets the floater to roll in.
Nice play there.
Really thought they were going to look to Buchanan right then. Buchanan was open a few feet from the basket. Johnson for Wolfe County. And it's going to be picked off by Rushing. Rushing going to go in against Tosin. Can't hold on to it. Tipped back to Buchanan. He goes up, and that's two for him. Big man inside for Bath County Wildcats. Thompson brings it across midcourt for the Wolves.
1-3-1 defense by the Bath County Wildcats as Jazz Johnson puts a three up. It's no good, and Bath with the rebound.
Comes down with a rebound.
He's picked his dribble up, so he needs to get it.
He's got to get rid of it, and he
does.
Done
a good job.
Buchanan drives into the lane, puts up a nice floater from the free throw.
Nice pull-up jumper there.
Gets that one to fall, 34-21 as Bath County tries to pull closer.
Wolves are going to flatten out their offense against this 1-3. Nice pass by Wilgus Tosin. Impressive block by Otis there. I mean, he climbed the ladder.
Zach Otis able to get some hops and knock it out and block that one against Ritchie. Wilson going to drive the lane. He goes in against Ritchie. Ball rolls off the rim, no good. Tosin comes down with it, pushes the ball up the court for the Wolves in the lane. Dishes over to Jazz. Jazz goes in, blocked by Buchanan. And that's going to be Wilson that comes down with it for Bath County, and they're going to call him for double.
He did.
Yep.
And Coach Williams knew it there.
Yep. A little bit rushed. Wilson going to go to the bench, and Sorrell going to come in the ball game for Bath County. Wilgus Tosin going to be inbounding the ball for the Wolves.
Bath County's coming out playing a 1-3-1. Wolves need to do a little adjustment here. I'm sure Coach Creech will fine-tune his offense as Wilgus Tosin puts a three up, and it's good.
Nice three-point basket. Jazz able to find him. Tosin gets loose, shoots the three. Beautiful basket. Otis now working against Jazz Johnson. Drives.
That's a hand check call there out front.
Yep. going to call the foul on Jazz Johnson. That'll be his first foul. Kind of watching the way the referee that called that foul was kind of giving an eye to Coach Williams on the Bath County bench.
I think one of his assistants jumped up and said something.
Okay.
And
referee giving the eyeball to the bench. Everybody's calmed down now.
Most refs will listen to the head coach complain a little. When the assistants get very boisterous. They're not going to take that for very long. As Wilkes Tosin gets the rebound and he's fouled going down the floor.
Buchanan's shot was no good. Tosin came down with it. And foul going to be called that time.
I think number 13.
Okay, that was rushing. I think that's his first foul. Ritchie now working against Buchanan under the basket. Goes up hard.
Nice play there by Skylar Ritchie. Gave him a little head fake out front.
I tell you what, that's really what you want to see him do. You want to see him take those big guys to the basket, try
be
to draw
aggressive.
the foul.
Yeah, not shy away from it. He went right into his chest, and there was no chance for him to block that shot.
It's going to change the outlook on the Bath County offense greatly if Skylar continues to drive to the basket and get the fouls called against their big men. Ritchie's first foul shot's no good.
Wolves up 37-21 with 4:30 to go in the third.
Ritchie's second shot off the front of the rim, no good. Otis brings the ball up the court for Bath County. He's working against Tosin. Now over to Sorrell. Back to Otis. Zach Otis. Dribbles, looks inside, can't find anything. He's going to stop, put up a three-point shot, and it rattles in.
That's too easy for him. He's a
that whole
talented
time
player.
He was dribbling out here behind the arc. He was waiting on that to develop.
He was looking for his shot, and the Wolves have to do a better job of that.
Johnson going to Jazz drives inside, and the kick ball going to be called. Tosin inbounds the ball to Johnson for a three, and it's
that'll
good.
do it.
And that right there, my friends, is Jazz Johnson's 2000th point. Nice basket by Johnson. Wide open three. Otis now working against Tosin. Dishes over to Sorrell. Sorrell back to Otis. Otis puts up another three. Bounces off the side of the iron. No good. Falls out of bounds to the Wolves.
I think we're going to have a stoppage here now.
I think we are too. We're going to blow the whistle. And I tell you what, I can tell by the look on Jazz's face, he didn't really want to stop the game.
Jazz is a very humble kid. He's an extremely hard worker. He's not a limelight type kid. He likes to just go about his business, play hard and work hard.
What a great presentation by Robert Scott Creech to be standing there with one of his hardest working guys, Jazz Johnson, who has reached the 2,000-point mark in his career. Photo opportunity. Jazz says, somebody take this basketball for me, Coach. We got a game to play.
And as somebody that's in Rose Gymnasium a lot, you won't see anybody in this gym more than Jazz.
Yeah, young man's in here working.
And he comes over here by himself.
Yeah.
It ain't, a coach coming in and working out. Obviously he comes to practice every day just like everybody on the team, but Jazz comes in, and other kids on the team do too. I don't want to say that Jazz is the only one. Right. But that's how Jazz has got to where he's at.
He makes sure he's here getting better.
He 6 a.m. he's in here a lot of mornings, and all summer long. So my hat's off to Jazz. Happy for him. And Jazz will be the first one to tell you that he couldn't have done that without all of his teammates and everything, and coaches. Nice play there by Elijah Tosin to draw the foul.
Tosin goes up strong. Basket's no good, but he draws the foul. He'll go to the line. I was looking to see the number, but we've lost the player foul line up on the scoreboard. Didn't see who they called that one on. Elijah's first free throw is good. He'll toe the line for the second. Shot is up, and it's in there. It's good. 42-24. 3:15 to go in the third. Sorrell brings the ball up the court for the Wildcats. Now to Buchanan. Buchanan going to drive, working against Ritchie. Goes up with a floater, no good. Ritchie comes down with the rebound. Up quickly to Tosin. Wilkes Tosin now drives, 1-on-4, if you will. Dish back to Ritchie. Ritchie goes up with a nice bounce off the backboard and in. 2:55 to go now, 44-24. Wolves with a 20-point lead.
Wilgus done his best fullback impersonation. He cleared out two different people somehow there and cleared the path for Skyler.
Richie went straight to the hoop.
Yeah.
Sorrell puts up a shot over Richie, no good. Jazz Johnson comes down with a rebound, pushes it up the court
nice
to an
pass
open
to Elijah
Tolson, and it's in.
The game's getting close to getting away from Bath County. They really need a bucket and some stops on defense.
Manley.
Coach Williams is going to. That's probably going to be a technical. That's almost has to be a technical there. Yeah.
Manley.
And the refs show extreme.
I thought so too. Manley tried to throw the ball to Buchanan, and the ball went out of bounds right over into Coach Williams' arms, and Coach Williams bounced the ball up into the rafters here at Rose Gymnasium.
Somebody might need to check the air pressure in that ball. I don't think it's supposed to bounce that high.
I don't think so either, Lucas.
Coach Williams, he's a great guy. And,
a little bit of frustration. He's
disappointed in his team. He expects more out of him, as any good coach does. And,
well, I tell you what helped him right then was as soon as he done it, he turned and looked at the ref and said, "Hey, that's on me."
Yeah.
And
it was, and the the refs knew he wasn't doing it to show them up. It's not a call they made. Yeah. He's frustrated with his own team. Right. So I mean that's fine and everything.
Both teams over on their respective benches now. Coach Williams has got his starters on the bench talking to them, and look at the energy of the Wolfe County Wolves as they're all standing up around each other, listening to what Coach Robert Scott's got to say, and just. I tell you what, the level of energy that they've had in this quarter is really the difference in the ball game right now. As you've seen people working to get open, and as you said, unselfish play by Jazz as he came down the lane and was able to draw a couple of defenders in and dish it out to Skyler Richie on that last possession.
Well, I think in this quarter, I think we've had 5 different Wolves score, and when everybody feels involved, everybody plays with a little more pep in their step, and they're a little more aggressive and everything. And
this Wolfe County team, the chemistry on this team has grown tremendously from the beginning of the year.
It sure has.
They're all together right now, you can tell. Wow. Tolson went up top for Jazz Johnson. The shot was no good. Otis comes down with it, and he's going to go all the way to the basket for a layup up and in. Tolson went up with a nice lob for Johnson, but Wolves just couldn't make anything happen on that possession. Tolson now comes up midcourt for the Wolves. He's working against Sorrell. Dishes over to Thompson. Now inside to Jazz Johnson, who steps.
Nice pass by Jazz.
Elijah Tolson.
Another offensive rebound by Skylar Ritchie and a putback.
And he gets it to fall. Nice basket by Skylar Ritchie. Sorrell over to Manley. Johnson going after that one. Otis got past him, puts it up a nice jumper, and it's good.
It's a heck of a shot right there.
Yeah, I thought Jazz had that one picked off. Tolson now working against Sorrell. Dishes over to Johnson. Now back over to Lige Tolson, who's going to drive, puts up a shot. No good, rims off. Big rebound by Ritchie, but it's knocked loose, and it's going to go to Bath County. As you see, number 22, Alipov, come in the game. Buchanan's had a seat for a few minutes for the Wildcats of Bath County. Got one of the big men back in the game now on the low post. Otis.
Wolves went to a 3-2 point dropping zone here.
Zach Otis has played a great game for the Wildcats. Manley with it now, over to Sorrell. Back out top, the key to Manley, puts up a 3. Rattles out, looked like it was going in. Johnson down with a rebound. Pushes the ball up the court for the Wolves. He goes straight to the basket. No good with a layup. Here comes Otis, the man we just talked about. He's going to go all the way to the basket with a layup, and it's up and in. Ball pushed up the court, now to Tolson. He looks at the clock, 22 seconds to go. Dribbles past Sorrell, puts up a long three-pointer, no good. Ball out of bounds. Wolfe County basketball. We got both Tolsons, Jazz Johnson, Thompson, and Ritchie in the game for the Wolves. Johnson.
Coach Creech won to get the last one here.
Yeah. Johnson dribbles back out top of the key now, out about half court. 7 seconds to work. Johnson can 10. He's going to try to work against Otis. He stops, throws over to Tolson for a long three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Brings us to the fourth quarter. Wolfe County Wolves with a 48-30 lead. 18-point deficit now. Coach Bart Williams got to go to work during this intermission between quarters. You gotta like what you see if you're Coach Creech.
Yeah, the Wolves last night, they played a good Pikeville team, came away with a good win, and they came in here tonight. And Coach Creech, he likes to play these back-to-back games leading into the district and regional tournament because that's where you got to play in the postseason. And, they've done a real good job executing and sharing the ball. They've probably got 4 guys that's probably right at double figures, if I had to guess. Sponsors: Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Susan Cable, Fig Kelly, all your insurance needs. Wolfe County, they have you covered. Wolfe County Farm Bureau Federations gave over $4,000 in scholarships to high school kids in 2020, over 5,000 local food banks. Whitaker Bank of Campton, supporting the Wolves and all of Wolfe County. Kale's Patriot Pizza. Right now, you could be eating a great pizza and having it delivered to your door. Call Kale at 668-9016. Banks Auto Sales, serving Wolfe County and the surrounding area for 25 years. Get your next car from Raymond and the good people at Banks. Mountain Homes, find your best deal in the mountains on your next home at Mountain Homes. And Holbrook Implement and Equipment. See the good people at Holbrook's for your farm equipment and tractor needs. Thank those people for making this possible tonight.
Manley with the ball now for Bath County. Over to Wilson. Otis cross court, back to Manley. Now back to Wilson. Back to Manley, looks inside for Buchanan. Can't get him. Back out to Wilson. Manley, drop pass inside to Buchanan. Now back out to Wilson. Over in the corner to Rushing, puts up a shot, no good. Big tip by Buchanan, and it's in. 48-32.
One thing that happened there for the Wolves, they're in a 3-2 defense, and Skyler had to leave the lane to go guard the baseline.
Yep.
And that took away, obviously, the strongest rebounder for the Wolves.
And that allowed Buchanan enough room to get that tip and basket. 7:14 to go in the fourth. And they're going to say out of bounds. Ball going to go back to the Wildcats of Bath County. Buchanan inbounds it for Wilson. Wilson going to bring the ball across midcourt. He looks to Otis.
Bass got time for a run here. They're going to have to string together several stops on defense, obviously.
It's going to be hard to do, too.
Yeah.
Wilson over to Manley. Manley looks inside. Can't find Buchanan. Now it's over to Otis. Now in the corner to Rushing. Oh, man, Tolson just about got that one. Otis comes down with it. It's going to drive, goes up. Blocked by Ritchie. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be hard to get that shot off with Skylar Ritchie under the basket. Manley, top of the key, puts up a big three from the inbounds, and it's good. I tell you what, that's what Coach Bart Williams needed to see right now, 48-35.
Leads down to 13 here with 6.5 to go. You know, the Wolves, they need to kind of refocus here.
Bath County with a little momentum. Jazz Johnson going to stop, put up a three. He's got the answer.
Big shot there.
He's got the answer right there for Wolfe County as he comes down, puts up a three. 51-35, 6:23 to go in the fourth.
And, you know, if you're a Bath County player, you know, that's kind of a punch to the gut. You know, you've really played good and you've cut it to 13 as close as you've been in a while. And then, you know, you come down and bam, there's a three, you know.
Jazz Johnson made it look so effortless, too, as he shot that three. Wolfe County Wolves back down the court with it now as Thompson puts up a floater from the free throw line, and it's good for Thompson. Otis going to drive the lane, working against Thompson. And another big block by Skylar Ritchie.
You seen Skylar coming there, you know. Sawyer turned him, and as soon as Sawyer turned him, you seen Skylar stepping over to go after that shot. And that's probably his fifth, sixth block.
Well,
and he's probably changed another 5 or 6 shots in there.
I was going to say that's at least 4 tonight.
Yeah.
I've counted 4. I've not done a great job of keeping stats tonight, folks. I tell you what, this has been great to watch, especially under the basket. You don't have to be a basketball fan to love to watch these big guys working against each other. And there's a big one right there from
Buchanan.
Buchanan.
Nice shot from Buchanan there.
And you got to love the speed of this game, too, as Wolfe County has really had the gas pedal down tonight between Johnson and the Tolson kids, even the Mayabs. I mean, these kids have been all over this floor tonight.
There hasn't been many fouls called. The game's kind of played itself, you know, and that's what you want to see.
Andrew Mayab.
Nice drive there by Jazz Johnson.
And Peyton both came into the game and did a great job. 55-37, 5:10 to go in the fourth. Buchanan working against Mayab. Now out to Otis. Over to Wilson. Wilson over to Manley. Manley back to Wilson. Wilson going to drive, goes up with a layup, and it's in high off the backboard. 55-39. Wilgus Tolson brings the ball across midcourt for the Wolves.
4:40 to go in the fourth here.
Tolson.
Wolves have flattened the offense out here. They're going to try to overload one side.
Tolson looks to Coach Creech for the instruction, gets it. Over in the corner now to Mayab. Mayab looks inside, trying to get
Richie's
Richie.
posting hard there.
Yep.
They should have tried to get it to him there. He had good position.
Wow.
But Jazz is
almost a mirror of what we just saw in the last possession.
Starting to heat up, and in my opinion, everything's coming easier for Jazz because he got that 2,000 miles. And now he can just go out and play. So I'm happy for him. And, you know, he's just playing now.
Big three-point basket went down for Johnson.
Nice pass there. And, you know, Wilgus Tolson draws that defense and then hits Schuyler on the run. And Schuyler catches that ball and goes up. And, you know, he don't score, but he's fouled.
He draws the foul. Nice possession by the Wolves. Really the first real contested shot that Richie's had as he went up and had Buchanan all over him and altered that shot. Richie able to draw the foul. Not sure how many that is on Buchanan. I think that's 4.
Yeah, I was going to say 4.
I think it's 4.
Schuyler hits the second there, gives the Wolves their first 20-point lead of the night, I think.
Sorrell brings the ball up the court, now over to Buchanan for the Wildcats. Leaves Otis wide open for 3, no good. And Rushing comes down with it, out to Sorrell for 3. His shot's no good. Mayab comes down with it for the Wolves.
I'll tell you, Andrew Mayab's had a great night on the boards.
Mayab pushes, he has. He pushes the ball up the court.
He's got 5 or 6 hard rebounds. Wilgus with the 3. It looks good. I was going to say it looked good from his hand.
Big time 3 by Wilgus Tolson. Big shot, 62-39. Once again, that shot was altered by Schuyler Richie, but Otis able to go back up with it. And it's good, 62-41.
Coach Williams is going to call timeout here and try to get his guys to do one last push here. It might be a little too late, I think, but you know, he's going to coach to the end. He's coaching for next week, you know, in the district tournament. So,
right. Got a lot of congratulations here on our comments to a young man by the name of Jazz Johnson, who came up with his 2,000th point tonight. Yeah, big-time show here. I mean, I'm really impressed with the play of Jazz and all this Wolfe County Wolves team. But I tell you what, underneath, Schuyler Richie has set up a zip code down here on the defensive end, and he's, you know, pretty much told everybody that they're not welcome.
And, you know, he's put the 14th region on notice.
Yeah,
you know,
if
the Wolves throw the ball in there to him, and, you know, he's engaged in the game. You know, he's hard to handle. And, you know, and he's going against 2 big kids tonight.
Well, like I said, that was really the first highly contested shot where Buchanan was really right in his face and right on him. But like we talked about, he's able to draw the foul. And if a young man, if you can't get it to go in, you want to draw the foul in that situation, especially on a team with 2 big men like this. Number 44, that's Reese King in the ball game for the Wolves. Tolson brings the ball up the court. Now dishes off to Mayab. Mayab back to Tolson. Over to Lige Tolson in the corner. Now back to Wilgus Tolson. Same shot he hit a minute ago. He didn't shoot it. Looked like he was thinking about it.
He thought about it, yeah.
Might not be such a good thing, Wilgus, hitting that one from the middle of the WC there a few minutes ago.
He's going to go to the basket hard and goes up and hits it to fall. Nice layup by Wilgus Tolson as he went hard to the basket amongst the trees, if you will. Otis going to go to the basket for Bath County. Wolf defenders all over, and that shot falls. 64-43, 2:30 to go in the fourth.
We talked last night on the broadcast. Wilgus has a way of knifing through
He does.
defense.
Yeah.
And, you think, well, how's he going to get a shot off? And somehow he gets a shot off. But for people that don't watch him practice, he ain't out here just throwing these up. He literally practices these shots all the time in practice and after
Well, I'll tell you what, that was something else right then, and you're right. He knifes to the basket. Look at Elijah Tolson go up, and he's going to get fouled by rushing.
Man, I tell you what,
Got bumped pretty hard.
Luke, we talked earlier in the season about who's going to fill that Hunter Brewer role. Man, Elijah is just flat doing it now.
Yes.
Man, he's playing defense. I'm just impressed with the Wolves getting the loose balls tonight, man. They're playing good defense and hustling and get the 50-50 balls.
Well, we was talking right before you came back up and joined us. Andrew May has probably got 5 rebounds.
Yeah.
And has played exceptionally well tonight. Of course, you always know you're going to get great energy from Cody Payton. Reese King posting up with a nice move there. Couldn't get it to go.
Couldn't get it to go.
There's Ethan Wilson, another senior, in.
And we've also got Machino in the ball game, number 3.
Actually, I think that's Dalton Voles.
Yeah, it's Voles.
Dalton Voles.
Okay, they've got.
Yes.
And he's usually number 1.
Yeah,
They
he's
switched
usually
jerseys
number
on
1,
us.
yeah.
Elijah Tolson dishes to Payton. Payton goes up under the basket, and it's altered by number 13. That's rushing. I thought maybe they'd call him for the foul, but he just knocked it out of bounds. Tolson. We're going to get Alipov back in the game for Buchanan. Like you talked about earlier, it's hard to see you don't see a high school team switch out one 6'10" guy with another 6'10" guy.
That's a rarity.
Bath County can do it. Tolson over to Payton.
Steps called,
Payton going to get called.
Should have just shot the jumper. I look for Coach Creech to get Elijah out pretty quick here. And there he goes. Yeah, I was going to say, with district coming up, you don't want to take a chance on anybody tweaking an ankle or anything.
Minute 30 to go, 64-43.
And that was Mark Mattingly checking in, yes.
In the game for the Wolves. Otis going to drive to the basket. Shot's no good. Foul was called before the shot, I do believe.
We have Adam Halsey checking in for Cody Payton now for the Wolves.
Otis dishes over to Wilson. Wilson puts up a floater, no good. Otis comes down with a rebound, fights for it, goes back up, gets it to drop. Halsey now brings the ball up the court for the Wolves. Looks inside.
I'd like to give a shout out to Adam Halsey's dad, Tyler Halsey. Extremely good basketball player for the Wolves and a good friend of mine.
Looks a lot like him out there.
Yeah, he does. And Tyler played for the Wolves back in the early 2000s when Coach Creech first started coaching. I'll give him a hard time all the time. Say, you're too old. Once you start coaching kids that you've coached, you're getting too old and everything. But no, Tyler's a good guy, and Adam's a real good kid.
Wilson works in the lane for Bath County, gets that 2 points to fall, 64-47. 39 seconds left to go in this one. Voles going to bring the ball up the court for the Wolves, gets across midcourt. Otis guarding him heavily. Wilson comes up with the pick, and he's going to drive to the lane, puts up a change-up, layup, if you will. Big pass by Reese down to Halsey.
Mattingly gets 2-point baskets there.
Mattingly's shot makes it 66-49. Otis going to put up the 3 off the front of the rim. Here come the Wolves back down the court. Wilson going to dish off to Halsey now. And they're going to let the clock run out as the Wolfe County Wolves survive another one here at Rose Gymnasium. 66-49 with a commanding win over the Bath County Wildcats. I got to tell you, Lucas, when I saw Bath County out here warming up, I was a little bit worried for Robert Scott and the Wolves. But I tell you what a game plan by Robert Scott, and what play and effort by this Wolves team that we've seen here tonight.
Yeah, this was I thought it was a really good all-around game. They played great pressure defense, and you you had, I would say, probably 4 guys close to double figures. And, obviously Skylar Ritchie stepped up tonight and had a phenomenal game. Went to battle against 2 guys, 6'10". Probably blocked or altered 8 to 10 shots on defense and had just that many rebounds. Going into the postseason, Coach Creech, he's got to be pleased with his last couple of nights out. His teams, they've executed and done what they wanted to do and everything.
I know Skylar had 6 blocks that I had counted and made note of. Don't know what I missed, but he at least had that many that he altered or affected in the lane, if you will. So a great win here by the Wolves. We'll take another minute to run down our sponsors real quick and talk about them.
We want to thank Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Susan Cable, and Fig Kelly, all your insurance needs. Wolfe County, they have you covered. Wolfe County Farm Bureau Federation has gave over $4,000 in scholarships to high school kids in 2020 and over $5,000 to local food banks during COVID. Whitaker Bank of Campton, supporting the Wolves and all of Wolfe County. Kale's Patriot Pizza. Right now, you could be eating a great pizza and have it delivered. We had one delivered tonight, and it was good.
I'm feeling good about that cheeseburger calzone there, let me tell you.
We've got our dinner plans for the district tournament figured out. Give Kale a call at 606-668-9016. Banks Auto Sales, serving Wolfe County and the area for over 25 years. Get your next car from Raymond and the good people at Banks. Mountain Homes, find your best deal in the mountains on your next home at Mountain Homes in Campton. And Holbrook Implement and Equipment. See the good people at Holbrook for your farm equipment and tractor needs.
I got to tell you, folks, I was down there on the floor, and, man, the Wolves, all I could say is wow. Man, they're playing good basketball. Both ends of the floor. The great Larry Thacker down there stopped right there one of the time Eskimo to me. He said, somebody's just going to have to beat this bunch. He said, you're going to have to play to beat this bunch. And I'll tell you what, and I replied, they're playing the best basketball of the season right now, and that's what, Wolves had a little bit of a slow start, but they're looking good right now, headed into 55th. Folks, we'll let you know this is going to be our final Wolf game of the regular season. Very well may go to Owsley tomorrow night for Owsley-Jackson County girls game to sew up the regular season, but we'll be here Saturday, it's my understanding. We'll get you a full 55th district schedule out as soon as it's finalized. Some things are going to have to change on the boys' side, it looks like, but as far as the girls is concerned, we'll be here Saturday for Jackson and Breathitt. Don't know what that time is going to be, if it's going to change, so look out for that on the website, and I will get that right. I won't apologize again to Buckhorn about the mistake on the girls' game today, and you should have seen my face, I guess, when these folks wearing purple shirts walked in down here, and I didn't know any better until then. So I apologize to Corey and Coach Blank, the guys over there. But had that one. Guys, I'll let you sew her up.
Well, just a great night. Like I said, I was tickled to be able to come down and call this game with you, Lucas, and work both of these games tonight. A great game we called first with Buckhorn and the Wolfe County girls. Wolfe County coming out victorious on both ends tonight, on the girls' game and the boys' game. Just like Brendan said, I mean, somebody's going to have to show up and play their best game to beat this Wolfe County team. Bath County had a little bit of everything offensively, but it didn't really work, I don't think, the way they wanted it to tonight. They had some questions here and there. And I tell you what, you can't come in with questions against a good Wolfe County Wolves basketball team right now. These guys are really playing top notch.
Yeah, they're peaking at the right time, and Coach Creech puts a lot of emphasis on that, being ready for tournament time. And he wants to win every game in the regular season, but a lot of times he'd much rather just play well and find something to improve each game. Yeah. That's his main focus and everything.
Well, as in closing, I want to say one thing. I just want to know why one of my favorite teachers, Janet Hounshell, only comments, thanks to BSN and 2 good games tonight, when Rob is on the call. We love you, Janet. Thank you, dear.
She may be a little biased too. I think maybe the only time her and Marcella comment is when I'm calling. Maybe is that what you're trying to say? No, we appreciate everybody watching tonight, and 2 great games. It's been my pleasure to call this one with Lucas. For everybody here at BSN, for Darren Back, for Brendan Miller, Lucas Miller, and myself, Rob Hounshell, we're out. We'll see you at the next one. Thanks for watching BSN.